I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you.
Dive into the fun world of letters with Sparkle Denae's ABC Word Chase and Coloring Book. Looking for an exciting and educational way to help your little ones explore their ABCs? Look no further. This engaging book not only allows your child to practice tracing the alphabet, but also includes tracing words and coloring fun pictures in between. It's kid-friendly, kid-approved, and the perfect blend of learning and creativity. Get your copy today and watch your child's learning journey light up with joy.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the LifeScope channel. On your way in, be sure to like, share, definitely subscribe and support the channel. It's appreciated as always. So in this video, we are definitely going political. Since the election was 3 weeks ago, everything is in. Trump has been declared the winner. Now we can talk about some things, especially the crash out that a lot of people were doing on the Democrat side. But before we get into that, I want to go ahead and play a video. So check this video out and then I'll be back.
When we got in, my recollection is some of that snapped back, but we were behind. I mean, I think it surprised people because there was these public polls that came out in late September, early October, showing us with leads that we never saw. It was just basically a race that in the battlegrounds was 46-47, 47-48. So that's not where we started. We started behind. She was able to climb out. I think even after the debate, we might have gained, 0.51. It wasn't a race that moved a lot. And so I think when you think about our own internal analytics, if you have Wisconsin at 47-47, or Pennsylvania 48-47 Trump, let's say, which I think is where we had it at the end, you've got to have undecideds break your way more than your opponents, and you've got to get a little benefit from turnout, which we weren't able to do.
So we just heard a video from David Plouffe, who is a seasoned political strategist and Democratic campaign advisor who played a pivotal role as Barack Obama's campaign manager during his successful 2008 presidential run. Known for his expertise in grassroots mobilization and digital strategy, Plouffe is often seen as a guiding figure in modern political campaigns. Now, to Kamala Harris, he represents a wealth of campaign insight and strategic expertise that could be leveraged for fundraising, voter engagement, and messaging, especially given his track record of navigating high-stakes elections. So why is this important? Because David Plouffe was an advisor to Kamala Harris's campaign. And Kamala Harris's campaign raised a little over $1 billion. But after everything was all said and done, the campaign is now $20 million in debt. So even the optics of that looks very bad to some of the American people. And when you question, well, what did you guys do with the money? It's more than likely that somebody is going to have to pay for that. And my question is, are the Democrats going to make Kamala Harris pay for that shortfall? So let's take a look at another video that I will be reacting to and chiming in on. And this is from News Nation. So I want to go ahead and chime in on this video. It seemed like it's going to be interesting. I listened to a few seconds of it and decided that I wanted to react to it because it is in regards to the election, the money that was raised. So just want to hear this person's opinion on News Nation regarding that, and then give my own opinion. So let's take a listen, and I will chime in. You know I will. Let's go.
So, John, I never heard anything like this before. Do you think somebody stole the money?
Well, maybe legally. I mean, look, to me, you remember the movie Mad Max when everybody's just doing whatever they wanted into the world? That's what happened here. All of a sudden, everybody's got the keys to the candy store. Ad buyers, talent, consultants. There's 100 days to do it. And the money started pouring in. Remember this, Chris. It wasn't pouring in for Harris. It was pouring in against Trump.
Okay, let me just stop right there because I do agree. The money wasn't pouring in for Harris. It was, in my opinion, it was like a tightrope. Biden was not able to continue because of his alleged mental decline. But, we saw a lot of questionable things. And I could see why people who put so much money into the Democratic campaign would think like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get a return on my investment because look how Biden is presenting himself. He's acting not coherent. He's rambling on. He's really showing that he is a senior citizen in a high stressful position. So I could see how people would try to not necessarily hurry up and throw money, but literally just throw money at the campaign to try their best to get the nominee into position, and they get whatever it is they're seeking out of the deal. The nominee just so happens to be Kamala, so that's who they are rolling with. That's who they are going with. That's who Biden nominated. And truth be told, I think Biden nominated her, kind of set her up in a way. But we're going to kind of listen to a little more of the video, and I'll get back to why Biden nominating Kamala literally was a setup to her. So let's take a listen a little more, and definitely let me know what you think. First question, do you think that Biden set Kamala up by nominating her? And also, the money that was raised or thrown at the campaign was literally just so Trump would not get back in office. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's keep going.
Everybody that was voting and supporting Harris was really voting against Trump. And everybody that was voting for Trump was voting for Trump. So she had all this money coming in. She had all these consultants. And if you don't run the ads, you don't get paid for the buy. They were running ads in Florida, where I live, nonstop. And I'm like, why? I mean, are they running them in Alabama and Idaho too? And I'll tell you why. If you don't run the ads, the buyer doesn't get paid. $900,000 to put her face on the Sphere in Las Vegas. In the Sphere, the ego, the crazy, the commissions. I was at the White House for a dinner Friday night, talking to a lot of people. And I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of whispering. There's a lot of names about who got paid this, who got paid that. And a lot of people got rich on the back of donors trying to stop Trump. And I think this disqualifies her forever.
Okay, let's stop right there. Now, he just said a lot of people got paid through the donations. Assuming like media people that had got big fat checks. If you have kind of been keeping up, and I kind of have been keeping up a little bit when they were saying celebrities such as Beyonce, Oprah, all of those celebrities that came out and performed, they got paid, or spoke, they had got paid to do so. So it's almost like they didn't do it out of the goodness of their heart. They didn't do it because they necessarily believed in her campaign, but they did it for a check. And I'll just say allegedly, but I believe it was a list or something going around that actually may have that information on who got paid what. So with that being said, and people getting rich and people not getting their money back off of her actually winning, it seems like it's a little bit of a slippery slope between legal and illegal. But I don't know. I don't know what the term will actually be called in this case, because you're getting donations, you're under the guise that your candidate is going to have a good chance of winning. But from what people are saying, from what David Plouffe has said, she didn't have a good chance. So it's almost like they lied about where her position was in terms of the polling. So were the donors acting that were giving her campaign money, were they acting based off of the fact that she could possibly win? And I would have to say, yes, it makes sense. Who's trying to throw money away like that, So it just seems like the further this goes out, I'm going to just be honest, I think they're going to try to scapegoat Kamala. Like, she can't come back from this. If she comes back from this, who knows what her next career position politically is going to be. Because I believe Biden truly put her out there because they were trying to get him out of office. And who knows, rumors were going around saying that it was Kamala's camp that was probably trying to get him out of office. So was it ambitious youngsters in Kamala's camp, or ambitious people who were trying to replace Biden with her? So this is really the reason I'm talking about it, because this has turned into political drama and it is very scandalous. So let's keep listening to this video.
If you can't run a campaign, you can't run America. And that would be the argument just day one. So it was terrible. I think she did a good job in the debate. I think she did as good a job as she could hope for in a short period of time. I told everybody, she should not have been the nominee. She was not going to win, and she didn't win, and she lost badly. So she's got to go figure out her life. She's in Hawaii. Tim Walz was at the dinner. She was in Hawaii. So she's having a call with donors this week. They tell me about her political future. I don't think she has a political future. So that's my thought on her.
How bad is this for the party going forward?
It's terrible, because when you don't trust, it's like Andrew Gillum down here in Florida. He lost by just a little bit. Mm-hmm. But the money was, to DeSantis, just a little bit. But the money was so squandered and kept that, and he was going to take all that money he kept and rebuild the party. The Republicans got 1 million more voters now. What happened in Florida is with Gillum is the same thing is going to follow Harris for the rest of her career. She cannot be trusted with the money.
And that's a good point that I think he made. It does appear, because you got $1.5 billion that was raised in the name of Kamala. And then now they are $20 million in debt. it's almost like, how is that even possible? And people coming out talking about how they're not getting paid, so it's a lot of things. I don't think they're going to let go quietly with this, and they may have to make an example out of her, unfortunately, because she is the one they're scapegoating. Because they're already kind of talking, I believe they're and when I say they, I'm just talking about people within the Democratic Party, like the faces who have came out, and they're just assessing the situation of why she didn't win, what had happened, just try to, I guess, take inventory of the stock in their loss. And it just looks like her career may possibly be over, or it's never going to be as big as it has been over the past years. And it's, I don't know, do you think it's sad? Me personally, I didn't vote either way. I didn't vote for her. I did not vote for Trump. So it is really going to be an interesting situation. So this video is almost wrapping up. Let's finish it.
And the party and the donors are going to be like, where is this money going? Look, the week of the election, a former ambassador called me and said, I'm having a fundraiser, for this like 2 days before the election. I said, how can you spend the money? Well, we need it for GOTV. I said, no. I stopped giving once Biden was out, as you know, Chris. I said, that's it. I'm a Biden guy. I wasn't Harris.
Do you think, how do you think Biden feels about the result?
I think he's obviously, he did not want to go. He did not go gently. I said this early on. He did not want to go gently. He nominated her, basically. Obama did not want her. Obama did not endorse her for 5 days. Pelosi did not want her. Pelosi told her California delegation, there'll be a conference, there'll be a caucus, there'll be a convention. We basically ran on this deal where democracy, and then we didn't have democracy in picking our nominee.
Okay, so this is almost about to wrap up, but he is making a good point, and I don't want to lose my opinion. That was the thing I believe, if I had an issue with, is the fact that Biden literally just threw her name out there, and him being the president carried weight behind who he presumably chose to be in that position after him. So that's why I feel like he really did set this girl up. Like, he put her out there, so now everybody's like, oh, okay, well, we'll go with her. We have no time to groom, or we have no time to get somebody else going. She's already there. Maybe she will go ahead and win and make history as the first actual woman president. But we, the people, did not get to vote for the nominee. And it's almost like, regardless if you want to make history in one way, it is stripping the people from having a say of who they choose. So I definitely did not agree with that. And if you decide to strip the people of who they choose, or at least we'll just say, for all of the conspiracies and allegedlys, the illusion of who they choose to put into office, if you strip that from the people, I think it would have started a bigger chaos. Because it's like, where would it end? If you're going to take that, then what else are you going to just kind of try to strip away from people and just start doing the thinking? Well, I think the people should have this person next, and I think the people should have this. I don't think it would have stopped if that would have been allowed to fly. So, like I said, all of this comes at the expense of her. And now people are talking. You just heard him say that Pelosi wasn't really feeling her to back her, and Obama took some days before he started backing her. So that tells me they had no faith in her winning. They did not want to back her. They had no faith in her winning.
Why did Biden pick her?
I think it was to say F you to Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama and every representative that was pushing him out. And if he hadn't gotten out that Sunday, it was going to be an avalanche the next week. Look, Adam Schiff had already spoken. Zoe Lofgren had already spoken. It was just a matter of Monday. And I think he was pissed.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.
So that is the end of this interview that he had. So like I said, I had wanted to watch it because I felt like he had some good points. I was listening to it in the beginning, like the first few seconds, and then I stopped because I wanted to discuss that with you all and just give my opinion on it, because I'm like, this is getting crazier and crazier. Because what if the donors wanted to take some form of legal action against I don't know if it'd be directly at Kamala Harris, but like maybe her campaign. Like I feel like they really are going to scapegoat her. I just feel that that's where all of this is going. And would they have a good case? Because the polling people saying she was not as high up in the ranks as they portrayed her to be, which could possibly give a little bit of wiggle room if they wanted to take some action to maybe get the money back. Or maybe they're saying, you know what, this happened, we took a loss, and then they ship her somewhere to be some state senator, if that, in a country, not a country, but in a state nobody has heard of, in a little old country town or whatever. You know, like her career would be officially over if she gets back into office. So definitely let me know what you think. I will probably make another video about this again because this looks like it's just beginning. Also, some of the people, have you guys seen some of the celebrities? They left the X platform and everything after it was declared that she lost, and some people were crying and screaming that she lost. And I'm like, I get that this is a serious situation, but between her and him, between Trump and Kamala, I'm not gonna sit up here and be screaming because either one of them lost the election. I'm not gonna sit here and feel all super sad about it. I mean, life goes on and we still have to get up and do what we need to do for our friends and family. So it's just kind of like, how y'all even had that type of attitude? I get that you may be disappointed that whoever you voted for did not win, or the outcome of what has happened. You know, some people disappointed, some people not, but it just seems like people totally crashed out in major ways and was threatening people that either didn't vote or voted for Trump or whatever. Like literally was threatening people. I'm like, come on now, that never works with folks. You threatening people over what they are doing. That's like having an issue with what someone is doing within their household. So we all do have a right to vote for whoever we wanted to vote for. And I do believe people had a right if they chose not to vote. You know, that's up to them. They chose not to vote. So definitely let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and support the channel. And oh yeah, until next time. Bye.